Good morning. It is 8 a.m. I can't go back to sleep, so I'm up. I'm just gonna do some reading sprints. As you can see, I still have on my scarf, still have on my PJs. It's freezing, so yeah, I'm gonna get really cozy, really comfortable, make some coffee, and do reading sprints. That's gonna be my morning. Okay, I know I said I wanted to eventually film a bullet journal planning video and a reading journal planning video, but for now I don't really like the setup that I have, nor do I like the viewpoint, so I'm just going to do a flip through essentially of my bullet journal, which if you don't know, looks like this. I posted a picture on Instagram. It is a Lundstrom journal. I'm not really sure of the pages or anything, but it is a Lundstrom journal. And then for my reading journal, I got this off Amazon. I originally wanted to use it as a diary, but it is really pretty with the gilded edges. It's very thin as well, so I think it's gonna last me for the year, to be honest, because I don't really have that many I don't really have that many layouts that I want to do. So I'm gonna get started with my bullet journal first. I did post my January spread on my Instagram already, and it was galaxy themed. So I'm just gonna flip to like the very first page in January. So that was my January thing, was like galaxies and rocket ships and everything. Okay, this is my February monthly spread. So there's February there. And then I have a quote on the side. I don't like this page at all, so we're just not gonna. I should have just left it like this, but I didn't, so it's there. And then my calendar spread. These are sticky notes I have on the side that I have to fill in yet, but the quote at the bottom says, "Challenges make you discover things about yourself that you really never knew," and it's by Cicely Tyson. But yeah, that's my February spread. And then on the side here, I'm not going to show because I haven't really filled it in yet. I still have to. Is like the thing that I want to track, like important dates, when bills are due, when I'm supposed to upload, and reading sprints, and things for like Instagram. And then these are my habit trackers, which some of them are in pencil, as you can see, because I have to go back and fill them in, which I'm okay with showing in the video. That doesn't bother me. But in my previous spread, I did do a separate page for habits, a separate page for mood, and a separate page for my sleep tracker. But in previous bullet journals, I actually have done them all in one spread, and I actually kind of like how that goes better. So these are all the habits that I want to track. And then here is the key for below. So I track how many hours of sleep every day I've gotten. And then in each box here, I fill in my mood. And that's my key down there. Of course, I still haven't filled it in yet, so that's why it's not done, which I don't mind showing in this video. Then we're going to get into my activity tracker, which I wanted to start working out again. I did not finish this page because I still have to work out what my daily routines are essentially going to still look like. I'm still working it out essentially, but this is my regular days for days 1 through 5. Day 6 I do cardio, which is down here, so I write in which cardio I've done and for how long. And then on day 7 I rest. And then here's an activity tracker, so how long I do each of these in the corner. At the bottom I track how long it takes me to do each activity in a minute, so how many jumping jacks, push-ups, squats, lunges, tricep dips, and sit-ups I do in 1 minute. And then at the end of the month I do a finish, so how many can I do now in a minute. And then we're going to get into my TV show and movies tracker. I also do not like, I don't mind my movies tracker page. Movies, it looks okay. I'm not going to lie, I did kind of rush it just because I was getting very fed up with the way my popcorns weren't looking like they normally do. But I definitely do not like my TV show spread at all. Like I don't like the way the trackers came out. this is my weekly spread, which I am the most proud of. I think it looks grand. Grand? I was trying to say fantastic, and then Fran came out, so that we're gonna go with it. And then the quote says, I find in being black a thing of beauty, a joy, a strength, a secret cup of gladness. I'm sorry that this angle is angling. I still hate this angle. Okay, and then we get into my weekly. So again, I feel like I just wanted to include like my favorite lates in February. So for my weekly spread, I wanted it to be very neutral, very brown, very chocolate, very vanilla, very date, very mocha, very rich. And so this is just a Dutch board essentially. I haven't written anything on it quite yet, but February is short, so I do like the fact that I can fit 1 week on a page, which I think I'm going to start doing, because normally I go across that way. But yeah, so I do have the weeks highlighted in the corner here, so which week of the month I'm in, and then there's there, and then I just drew some really pretty doodles that I found off the computer. And then this is the next week, so I don't really do anything extravagant here. I actually kind of liked it being a little bit more simple and short. But yeah, that's literally all of February. Like, it's a very quick, short, quick, I said quick twice. It's a very quick, short, simple, and easy spread to me. Now I'm going to get into my reading journal. Okay, as you can see, this is my gold page. It looks a little plain, but I still have to put in all the book covers here. And the cool thing that I really want to say is in the back, I have little notebooks. So like in this one, it says extra book covers to be placed once read and rated. So once I read a book and then I give it a rating, I put the book cover here. And then, where's my other one? And then my other one here is to be reviewed. So if I read the book and rated it, this is for the book covers that need to be reviewed for that monthly spread. I'm going to skip a page really quickly just because I don't want to show that on camera. This is for, I'm going to skip this too actually. So I skipped 2 pages because I'm going to talk about them in later videos. But this is my January spread, which I think came out great. This little excerpt here is basically a summary of the month. Well, it's supposed to be a summary of the month, but I just put a summary of the book that I reread and my thoughts about it. But then this is so cool, so I can flip this over if I wanted to. And then this is just my January wrap up. So the books that I read in January, like I said, it was 4, but I only chose to put in 3 because one was a reread. So once I flip this, inside I have written all of my reviews for the books that I read. So it flips out like that. And if you don't know, The Red Queen is my favorite book of January. But yeah, that's my book spread for January. That's all I got. Alright, so it is officially 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So right now I'm reading To All the Boys I've Loved Before. And if you don't know, then this is a book that I chose for my Patreon because I wanted to read a book that was also adapted into a movie. And so I wanted to start with this one because it is on Netflix, so that way I don't have to pay any money for it. So I am going to read the entire series, but I wanted to start this in February for obvious reasons. And then I also have other books that are adapted into movies. Now, every book that I choose is not going to be like this, but most of them are, to where their books are also movies. And that's what I wanted to do. I am in the middle of a break from a sprint, so I'm only on chapter 10. I'm not gonna lie, I did take like longer breaks just because I had to get food, and then I'm trying to watch as well, so I'm also multitasking, which is why I haven't read a lot. But since it is a quick read, I do plan on finishing this today, which is cool because I haven't really finished a book in a day in years, which means I'm actually kicking my brain into high gear like it used to. I used to read adamantly at least a book a week, or I've read some books in a day. So I'm really trying to get my mind back in there and trying not to let my depression get the best of me. So my goal is to finish this book today so I can start The Vanishing Half tonight. I'm hoping I can start my buddy reads choice today or tomorrow. If not, then I'm just gonna have to postpone it, which is okay too, but I really wanted to start in February because it's pink. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna finish this, do laundry, do all the things, and then I'll pick this camera back up and I'll do an update. Yep, as you can see, I'm back in my scarf. Yes, I still have my glasses on. I did not film like what I did in between my day, like laundry and such. I did a little bit of cleaning. I did not film. It was a lot of cleaning, so I didn't want to pull out my camera and set it up, but I did clean. I did do laundry, and I also did a little bit of The Vanishing Half. So I got to chapter 8, which is it's not exactly half, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I will say that I have to remind myself that, sorry, my bookmark fell out. I have to remind myself that I do not get historical fiction for a reason. It upsets me. I don't know, it's just something about reading experiences that characters have had to go through a book, based off racism, the color of skin, gender, things like that. I've never been a fan of historical fiction. I'm not a fan of history. Not that it's boring or anything, I just don't like it, because it's not fair. So I did read it kind of slow in the beginning because I had to put my mind in the right headspace of what time it was and the language that they would be using. Once I did that, it was just speedy reading. Like I said, it is 11:47, so I'm probably gonna go to bed right now. I'll probably wake up tomorrow and try to at least read maybe 3 or 4 chapters. The chapters are kind of long. I really wanted to be done with this book by the end of the month. I am going to finish it by the end of the month, but I wanted at least a day or two where I don't read. But that's not going to happen because I'm not completely done with this book. But yeah, this is like the most boringest vlog I've ever seen posted on YouTube ever. I did nothing. I filmed nothing, but I just wanted to update some people because I did have a few, I did have a few people ask me, was I okay and everything, so just wanted to put something out there. Yeah, so this is basically a reading vlog slash bullet journal flip through slash reading journal flip through. It's a lot of things going on, but yeah, I also lied in the beginning of the video. I said it was 8 o'clock. It definitely was a whole 6 o'clock. Yeah, I have been trying to go back to sleep since 6 and I couldn't. And by that time, it was 8. So I decided, okay, I'm just gonna show my bullet journal and reading journal. So yeah, it was early. I was tired, but it is late now. My nose is now running for no reason. It was fine before I put out the camera. But yeah, that was my whole day. It was great. And yeah, thanks for watching. You have a good night too, or morning, or day, whenever you're watching this. Take care.